Hello, Homespot friends. Today we're exploring Wabi-Sabi garden design, rustic imperfection, gentle textures, and serene space. From mossy stones to charred wood and moonlit reflections, I'll show you how to compose scenes that feel lived in and calm. Watch till the end for practical tips, filming angles, and inspiring before-after moments today. Moist moss cushions the courtyard floor, inviting footsteps to slow and breathe. Irregular stones lead the eye to a weathered boulder, quiet as a monk. Here dew drip, smell cool earth, frame low angles honoring texture and gentle, subtle shadows. Let imperfections guide the composition, lichen clinging, moss thinning, tiny ferns volunteering between cracks. Rake light across surfaces to reveal grain and sparkle. Hold shots longer than comfortable, so stillness becomes the subject and the courtyard breathes, imperfect, serene, unfinished. A bamboo spout whispers into a hand-chiseled basin, each drop a patient metronome. Frame the moss-lipped stone like a small stage. Let shadowed foliage form curtains, and capture ripples spreading outward, resetting the scene with every breath the garden takes. Move closer until sound becomes texture, dripping, pooling, overflow. Show worn edges, chipped corners, mineral stains mapping years. Favor morning or late afternoon backlight so droplets ignite, then disappear. Imperfection is memory. Patience reveals it, one luminous circle at a time. A pale gravel field accepts wind, footprints, imperfect lines. Place dark basalt forms off-center, letting negative space carry weight. Rake patterns loosely, then pause when the garden interrupts. Film from overhead and ankle height to feel map and shoreline simultaneously. Do not erase disturbances, celebrate them. A twig writes calligraphy, a cat leaves edits. Shoot transitions, freshly raked, wind arriving, patterns dissolving. The garden teaches persistence without perfection, a rhythm of making and unmaking that calms eyes and wandering thoughts. Reclaimed planks settle directly into soil, edges softened by creeping time. The path wanders, welcoming hesitation. Film low, letting wood grain fill the frame, cracks and knots reading like maps. Overcast light reveals tenderness. Brightness would flatten age and story. Let grass trespass between boards, and don't correct irregular spacing. Listen for hollow taps underfoot. Show rusted nails glinting, testimony to weather and repair. The path is not efficient. It is considerate, asking bodies to slow and notice what endures. A low hedge forms a frame, guiding the gaze to distant trees and sky. Foreground remains simple, 2 stones, a whisper of moss, so the borrowed view can breathe. Shoot with shallow focus, then rack, revealing layered depth like unfolding paper screens. Arrange asymmetry. More space on one side, slight horizon tilt, a patient pause before movement. The garden beyond becomes collaborator, changing with clouds. Capture the moment it brightens, then softens again, teaching attention through contrast and a generous open border. Center nothing. Let one time-worn boulder sit slightly off axis, encircled by sand and tufts of grass. Keep every other element restrained. Film a slow orbit to honor mineral texture, lichen maps, and the calm gravity gathering around its presence. Leave room for silence. The empty ground is not absence, it is invitation. Capture shadows crossing slowly, clouds dimming and returning. Subtle sound design helps. Wind, a bird's note. Imperfection rests here, steady as stone, asking the eye to exhale. A loose bamboo grove leans into an imperfect fence, each slat slightly misaligned. Light breaks into dapple and hush. Let canes creak and knock in wind. Track along the screen to reveal gaps, moments where landscape breathes through woven shadows. Embrace patina, sun-silvered combs, frayed bindings, a split rib casting lines. Keep foreground quiet so movement becomes character. Record the interval between gusts, the anticipation before sound returns. Imperfection here is music, a tempo inviting attention, patience, and unwound shoulders. Uneven stepping stones guide the Roji, transitioning gravel to moss to stone. Each footfall asks mindfulness, heel to toe. Film raindrops settling on surfaces, then receding. A bench waits ahead, not destination but pause, where breath matches the garden's rhythm. Let textures introduce themselves. Hand-tamped earth, river stone, velvet moss, lantern's rough surface. Capture the threshold feeling as materials change beneath feet. Silence is part of the pathway. Leave it audible. Imperfect alignments teach balance through steps and unhurried seeing. Old terracotta jars show hairline fractures, planted with ferns and moss like tiny forests. Side light reveals warm clay and shadowed seams. Move in close, let the crack become landscape. Imperfection opens habitat, and life answers with patient green persistence. Celebrate repair marks, stains, and uneven rims. These planters do not disguise age, they collaborate with it. Film water beading along the fissure, then sinking. The camera learns to kneel, meeting canopies where resilience feels vast and broken vessels bloom. A charred cedar fence turns background into black, letting greens glow. Keep planting sparse, forest grass, a touch of ivy. Slide the camera laterally to reveal depth. The soot texture drinks light, and every leaf edge becomes calligraphy against night. Charcoal grain is a landscape. Fissures, bubbles, ridges. Film close, then step back to watch contrast carry the composition. Imperfections in the burn line feel intentional, designed by weather and flame. The fence recedes, and attention rests on living color. Uneven basalt steps climb a slope, their joints softened by moss and creeping time. Water beads on edges after rain. Film from the ascent, letting rhythm build. Each riser is a line of poetry, chipped, revised, and misread by time. Hold on the spaces between stones, where green gathers courage. The staircase feels ancient not by age alone, but by acceptance of wear. Footprints, puddles, and tiny fronds compose the story. Climb slowly. Let breath and camera settle into companionship. A winding bed of pebbles pretends to be water, curving through shade and light. Vary sizes for realism. Fine gravel at edges, cobbles at bends. Bleached driftwood bridges span narrowest points. Film overhead, then kneel to let the stream believable. plant sedges at bends and allow scattered stones to break uniformity. Imperfection builds the illusion, a stray leaf as eddy, a twig as current. Shoot a slow reveal along the meander, discovering surprises, until the garden's dry river feels alive. A clay lime wall holds trowel marks and subtle cracking, warm as baked bread. Keep planting minimal at the base. Film obliquely so raking light reveals relief. The surface tells a human story. Hands, pressure, repair, weather, all registered as texture. Let hairline fractures wander without correction. They are maps, not mistakes. Show shadows pooling in the lines, then fading as clouds pass. The garden's calm deepens with evidence of time, the wall breathing softly beside leaves, stones, and restrained color. A small stone lantern leans slightly, half buried in moss, its granite powdered with lichen. Keep the frame still. Allow dust, pollen, and drifting insects to animate the air. Texture and light make the vignette feel timeless, like memory remembered correctly. Frame the lantern off-level to invite humility. Imperfection grants welcome. Show moss pillows embracing the base, softening severity. Let shade plants hover nearby, not competing. The garden whispers. Your lens should listen, honoring age, restraint, and the dignity of stone. A clipped courtyard dissolves into meadow without hard boundary. Deschampsia and millennia lift seed heads like smoke. Walk handheld into taller grasses, letting focus drift. The transition is the subject, a gradient from order to wildness, composed as conversation, not opposition. Let scattered stones punctuate the fade, reminders of structure inside freedom. Sound becomes breeze, insects rustle. Film summer light, when everything glows and frays. Wabi-Sabi finds poise here, accepting incomplete edges, celebrating motion, letting the garden keep writing beyond frame. A narrow wooden gate hangs a little crooked, its iron latch rusted to warm brown. The threshold stone is polished by passage. Move through in first person, a simple ritual. Focus pulls from latch to beyond, promising curiosity rather than control. Let the squeak remain, do not oil it. The garden needs thresholds to rehearse attention. Show compacted earth, scuffed boards, fingerprints at latch. Passing through becomes a scene change, where eyes slow, shoulders drop, and time expands into usable space. A shallow basin welcomes puddles, edged with pebbles and oxidized steel. Iris and sedges lean into changing water lines. Film from dry to speckled to mirrored, back again. Mud shines, surfaces darken, and the garden proves beauty in flux, humble, seasonal. Show rain tracing rust on metal, a chemistry. Let puddles connect into brief lakes, reflecting sky. Microbubbles pop, soil softens, blades crease. Imperfection is process made visible. When clouds pass, leave footprints. The garden remembers water and invites its return. Thanks for watching, Homespot friends. Remember, Wabi-Sabi honors age, patina, and seasonal change, less polish, more presence. Start small, a mossy stone, a cracked pot, a quiet water bowl. If this resonated, please like, subscribe, and comment your favorite scene. See you in the next chapter. Appreciate your support always.